On day 14. As you can see, it's early. In actual fact, it's 5 to 6. So it's not that early really, but all the bags are packed. Dad's just finishing off his googie egg. The eggs that we had done at Dwelling Up, we've now polished them off. 2 in the morning for brekkie, with a bit of a muesli bar if we need it. And day 14, guys, 2 weeks on the track.
Oh.
Woohoo!
Going strong.
Going strong, yep. All going strong. We'll try and look at doing a double hut tomorrow. But here we go, day 14. We're going to be leaving from Dookanelly. And we're going to be going to Possum Springs.
Hope to see a possum.
Alright guys, we're just doing the check around the camp, make sure we haven't left anything, made sure all rubbish is contained and brought with us, and water bottles are stacked in the packs, and away we go. Yep, got everything. Woohoo! Yay, we hit 2 weeks. Birds are singing, talking to each other. It's beautiful. Great time of morning to be hiking. Okay, so some of the signage is lacking a little, but you know, generally follow the river. So yeah, we got here. This is the new suspension bridge. Very, very cool. The sad part is the old bridge was very special historically, but this is now called the Bibbulmun D-J-E-N-A Biddy. So, spoken as Bibbulmun Biddy. This suspension bridge, which takes the Bibbulmun Track over the Murray River, has been named by the Nala Kala Bouja traditional owners. River Foot Bridge, that's what it means. 12 kilometres downstream from its predecessor, the Long Gully Bridge, which was burnt in the Lower Hotham fire of January 2015. Yeah, which is very sad because it used to be where the old steam trains went across, which is pretty awesome and good part of Australian history. But, you know, fire, hey? Oh, it's so cool! Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so that's looking down the Murray from the bridge, and that is Miss B being a little turd bouncing around, which I'm sure is not what the bridge is designed for. I know, Mum and Dad, once upon a time that would have been me. Yeah, expansion joints in the bridge. Yep, always educating. Yep, alright, wow, very cool. Apparently this baby cost over 800 odd G's, so that'd want to be nice, but at least it can't be burnt. So there's the upside. Woohoo! You've just crossed the bridge with me. Exciting stuff. Some of the spectacular views that we get along this walk, and you can't share them all, but there's Dad patiently waiting down there for me. Just sharing the love, Daddy, sharing the love. And back to the bush track. Duck. And the landscape changes again. You've got to love that. I mean, I know it's 1,000 k's, but it's constantly changing. So good. There's a little miss running. Miss B. Look at these little guys. All snuggled up, cozy. Don't get too close to them though. They don't like to play. So we're at about 12 k's with about 10 to go, and yet again the vegetation is changing it up for us, which always keeps things exciting. Now day 14, 2 weeks on the track. Like, it's hard to believe when you first set out. I wonder where we're going to be and how injury free and everything else you're going to be. And are you going to make it? But yep, here we are, day 14. Brett's had 1 fall, I've had 2 falls, and B, touchwood, is fall free. So, you know, we've had great weather really. Only 1 day of pouring rain, and that was the last 5 k's of that day, and it was a pretty big day, so that wasn't too bad. Other than that, we've been so lucky, perfect hiking weather, like with a little bit of cloud cover, and yeah, just allowing us to really enjoy it rather than be worrying about wet clothes and change of clothes and packs getting wet. They've been really good so far. I mean, I know I've already been happy with mine. I took it on the Cape to Cape, and it did really well. So I'm not surprised, but this is Brett's first good go of his Osprey Trek 55, and he'll be giving a review towards the end of this trip after we've put it through its paces. B's pack is actually a Mountain Designs pack, and we're not actually very happy with it. She may very well yet join the Osprey family, but we've had that pack. We had it specially fitted for her, which is particularly why we're annoyed, when Mountain Designs was still open, and it doesn't actually fit her frame very well. I mean, I know she's growing, but yeah, it's certainly not as versatile as ours. Doesn't have as many bells and whistles, and when you're hiking for long through hikes like this, you can really tell the difference in quality in a pack. So, you know, something else to reassess at a later date. You can't go upgrading all your equipment at once, holy dooly. You know how they say camping, pay like a king to live like a pauper? Well, let me tell you, hiking equipment is very expensive too. So, you just upgrade as you go and be happy that it gets the actual genuine use that you want it to have out on tracks and hiking and camping, etc. So look at this amazing track. It's amazing. I love it when we're in the bush rather than just the four-wheel drive trails. Hi everyone, Leanne and the balance of Cake and Eating 3. We're a little bit disappointed and let down that we are going to have to pull pin on our Bibbulmun Track adventure. As we came into reception today, which is our 14th day, 2 weeks on the track, we have a million messages came through from various different areas, letting us know that the coronavirus lockdowns have become far more severe, and that we should remove ourselves from the track. If we chose not to, then the worry is that the small towns down further may not have food enough for themselves, let alone 3 extras coming through. So it is a responsibility, I guess, of any hiker and any Australian citizen to take these warnings seriously and to make the best decision for our family, because our number one rule is always safety first. And as you know, Miss B's a big eater, so we need to make sure we have food.
Have enough food.
So obviously we're trying to be humorous. It's been about an hour since we found out. So yes, there've been tears, happening to give up on a dream or a goal through no fault of our own, and especially doing so well. We're all feeling great, no injuries. It's really very disappointing. However, this is unprecedented. I mean, Australia's having trouble coping with it in general areas, let alone to be worried about little old us out on a hike, which is probably the safest place for us anyway. That's right. So if we got to the end, even if we did make it to the end, with all the variables that are in between, picking up our parcel, you know, we may get to Albany and then not even be able to get back to our rig, because they're talking about stopping public transport as of Monday, I believe. So look, we need to be serious about these things. Health and safety is number one always. So it's not like the bib is not going to be here. It's just so upsetting to have planned for so long, be doing so well at it, and have to pull the pin. So for now, the Bibbulmun Track adventure is on hold. We made it to 5 or 6 k's out of Possum Springs when we got all the news, beep, 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 at the top of the hill, after the conveyor. Yes, the phone went berserko. So we've had to backtrack a little bit to get to a safe and easy accessible place to be rescued.
It was a nice long backtrack.
Yeah, and we got very wet in the process. A storm cloud came over. But now, as you can see, beautiful blue skies and sunshine. So yeah, that's right. Whenever it rains, it pours. So we've got to do what's right, and what's right at the moment is to follow the guidelines that everyone else has been given. Go back, get some food to put in our rig, fuel up, and then we'll make some decisions about what's next. Cake and eat at 3 and where we're going to hide. Bunker down.
Fuel for the chinny.
Yeah, that's right. Might be catching fish. It's better than shooting roos, isn't it? So, yeah. So, yes, until the next adventure, we will keep you posted. But Bibbulmun Track is on hold on, what are we, March 26th, 2020.